Hello. You read that title correct. I have somehow became a total drama YouTuber, I guess. Because today we are doing What If Team Chris won in London. London was episode 13. So World Tour is my favorite season, right? I love World Tour. But it has its issues. Like the fact that Team Chris is really hot won episode 13. But then were forced to lose because Team Amazon found Duncan. So we're gonna right that wrong. Episode 13 is gonna happen literally the exact same way. Team Amazon find Duncan, Oren, Noah, capture the guy, Alejandro hears what Noah said, all that jazz, right? But here, Team Chris wins the challenge. And because they win the challenge, Team Amazon actually get Duncan on their team. And it's presumed that Duncan got a vote. Here's the thing. So it's presumed Duncan got a vote. Because it was a 3-person vote and Owen didn't act like he voted for Noah. Right? So that's got to be taken into account here. And it's very easy to go, oh, well, Heather, because no one likes her. But Heather's been really useful in the challenges recently. While on the other hand, Sierra has completely shut down during challenges, like in episode 9 in France, and is just, been harassing Cody. Now, I do think Gwen and Duncan would still vote for Heather and Sierra. I think Cody would be able to convince Courtney and Heather. Yeah, Heather needs it because she's desperate, and Courtney doesn't have as big a reason to hate Heather as everyone else does, and they've shown to be a bit chummy sometimes, especially since this is before Alejandro started flirting with Courtney. So I think it would tie, and Sierra's determined, but I don't think she's determined to beat Heather in a tiebreaker. So I think, I keep clicking on the wrong, I think Sierra would be eliminated in episode 13. Alright, the next episode after that is Greece. Right? Yeah, Greece. Gwen and Duncan still kiss, yeah. Here's where the differences start. So, 2 of them being on the same team, someone else has to do the boar thing. I think Tyler would be most likely to volunteer, and I guess Gwen or Duncan, either way, they're beating Tyler. I think the same thing would happen in the fight. The only difference is Sierra wouldn't step in, but it still would be Cody and Courtney versus Owen and honestly Tyler. Tyler would just want to compete in everything, honestly. Owen would still get 2 gold medals. Hurdles, same thing. It would still end up as a tie. But since Noah's still in the game, I have a feeling that Alejandro and the team would force Noah to do the tiebreaker, and seeing as he's on very thin ice with Alejandro, he'd agree. So it would be Noah and Cody doing the tiebreaker, and before, Cody did the tiebreaker to save Gwen. But now Gwen and Duncan are on the same team. So when Cody hears about the kiss, Cody's wanting to eliminate Duncan. And since Noah is lighter than Tyler, Noah's wings would molt. So Team Chris would win that one. And Team Amazon, Courtney, Cody, and Heather would vote for Duncan. Duncan and Gwen would vote for Courtney or Heather, one of them. But honestly, it wouldn't matter. Chris wouldn't want to boot Duncan, so that episode would stay in on elimination. Next episode, I think, is the X-Files, if I'm correct. Yeah, Area 51. And I've always had an issue with this episode's elimination. Because, let me just set the scene. Noah, gone temporarily. Duncan is here. right? They lose, and they vote Tyler. Now, Duncan and Owen maybe, but like even if Alejandro doesn't want to get rid of Duncan, why would he get rid of Tyler? Tyler is his ally. Tyler and Alejandro are clearly friends still by the finale, seeing as Tyler was on Team Alejandro and Alejandro wanted Tyler as one of his helpers. Like, I never understood. Like, I know the writers just wanted Owen because Owen, but still, it was stupid. Okay, let me set things. I think Team Chris would still lose. Don't think too much would be affected. And I do think Noah would be voted out still. Like, he might try to convince Alejandro, hey, you know, I'm smart, you want to keep me around longer than, you know, Tyler and Owen, but Alejandro's not stupid. He'd rather have two people he can easily get on his side instead of one person he can't. Tyler would vote with Alejandro. I can't say words. Tyler would vote with Alejandro. Noah would vote for Tyler, and Owen can be very easily convinced to also vote for Noah, as we've seen Owen be convinced to vote for people he didn't want to in the past, like Season 1 he voted for Justin, Season 2 he voted for Izzy, hell, Season 3 he might have voted for Noah, because we still don't know where that third vote came from. Anyway, the next episode was the Australian Outback. I don't think too much would change. Team Chris would still win. Difference here is Cody could vote, because if Duncan attacks Cody, why would he do that? They're on the same team, right? And Heather at this point was already getting sick of Courtney throwing challenges. So that is Heather, Gwen, and Duncan voting for Courtney, while Courtney and Cody are voting for Duncan. Courtney's gone. Alright. Next challenge was a reward, so it doesn't matter. Only difference is Owen would probably still end up being captain, because Alejandro wants Owen on his side, but it's not like it's a fight to see who wins. The next one was comeback, and I don't see why anything would change there, honestly. Like, blatantly would still end up being the one coming back. So here's our merge. The big differences here is that Tyler is here and Gwen is here, and Sierra and Courtney are not. Okay, so nothing would really. Well, actually, who would they pair with? Cody. Who would they pair with? Oh, there's gonna have to be a double guy pair. Okay, no, I'm good. Okay, so it would be Gwen and Duncan. No, Chris wouldn't have Gwen and Duncan. Like, I know it wasn't rigged, but it was probably rigged. Probably gonna end up being Cody and Gwen. Alejandro, Heather. Blaney, Owen. So Tyler and Duncan are teaming, which I know random, but whatever. And here, so before, the winning team was Courtney and Duncan, because neither of them cared. Honestly, I think it would be the same. Duncan would probably have to carry Tyler, and they just get to the end easily. So, I think Tyler and Duncan would win invincibility here. And Alejandro would still hear from Blaney that Owen's most popular, and he'd be able to get Heather, Tyler, probably Duncan, Cody. He'd probably be able to get most people on the side for Owen, honestly. Okay, next was China, where before the winner was Sierra. But okay, so Alejandro can't cheat with Courtney, so Alejandro would be out the challenge first. Alright. Heather would notice Blaney's cheating, yeah, but Cody and Heather would still be out. So it's these three that are tough. Because Duncan lasted the longest, if you don't count Alejandro and Blaney. And then there's Gwen and Tyler. We don't know how strong Tyler's stomach is. And Gwen, oh, I think Gwen would win. She once drank disgusting stuff out of the canteen. So yeah. But what would happen here? I think Cody would vote for Duncan. Still. Gwen and Duncan would vote Heather, probably. Same with Blanley. Tyler and Alejandro would vote for Blanley and Heather. Tie. Yeah, it would still end up as a tie, which I know is disappointing, but it makes the most logical sense. Yeah. Like, unless Gwen and Duncan decide to go after Cody, it doesn't. The math adds up. Blanley gets 3 votes and Heather gets... Wait, does Heather get 3 votes? Yeah, Heather gets 3 votes. I forgot to count it, Blanley's. So it's still a tie. And Heather's gone. Okay, the next episode was the Zeke episode. The Zeke episode. Okay. I think Alejandro would still win. And him, Cody, and Tyler would be able to vote off Duncan. Okay, here's where it gets tough. Here's where things get tough. I think Cody would win invincibility. Here. I do. I think people would like his dog, even though it's made of crap, because I don't think Gwen's that creative, and I think whatever Tyler makes would just fall apart. And Alejandro, like stated before, just made a normal dinosaur. So he'd get the biggest advantage, and he'd probably end up winning the challenge. Cody's fine. Cody wouldn't want to vote for Gwen. So Cody and Gwen, they're chill. I think they would vote for Alejandro, seeing as he's the biggest threat. Tyler and Alejandro vote for Gwen. Alejandro can beat Gwen in a tiebreaker. Then we have the final 3. Condor was... Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Because that one was the Condor one. Condor one doesn't matter. But we have the final 3. So, the plane doesn't blow up. That's fun. But I assume it would still be the same challenge, only Gwen wouldn't be there and Sierra wouldn't be there. So here's the thing. In the final 3 challenge, Cody gave up halfway through, right? But then stopped giving up because of Sierra. But Sierra's not here. So Cody wins. Cody loses because he just gives up. Like, even if Tyler probably drives into a landmine on the boat, doesn't matter. Tyler would probably be trying to run his way to Hawaii, but then it wouldn't matter because the train station's on the way, so he'd be like, so even if he got tired, he wouldn't admit he's tired, but he'd still take the train. They'd both be on the train. Alejandro would probably betray Tyler halfway through because he doesn't know that Cody quit. But yeah, none of it really matters because Cody quit. Merge. Okay. It doesn't really matter, but I do want to think who their helpers would be. Tyler would pick Lindsay and honestly probably Owen. So Lindsay and Owen for Tyler. And Alejandro would pick Courtney and... Would he pick Heather? He might. He might actually pick Heather. Yeah, let's say he picked Heather. I do think Alejandro, Courtney, and Heather are a way better team than Tyler, Owen, and Lindsay. And I think, also in the aftermath, Alejandro would still probably win the wheelbarrow and Tyler would win nothing. So I think Alejandro would be the canon winner and Tyler would get second / be the alternate winner. That's what I think would happen if Team Chris won the London challenge. Hope you guys enjoyed.